one of the best smelling parking lots in the NFL. The tailgating's over now in Kansas City. It's football time at Arrowhead Stadium here in KC. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Kansas City Chiefs. With my partner, Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Kansas City. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
A gain of 12. And the Cowboy first down.
First carry for the Auburn line. Hank Bigsby. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
Once again, it's Bigsby.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up first down.
First and 10. Williams in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's down the field for Lamb. He's got it. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is first and goal. To the goal line and in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his third touchdown catch this year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Butker's extra point is good, and the Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Throwing right away is Mahomes. On left side, complete to Harris. From the 41. Here's second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Rice open. He's got it.
Bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
On third down, Mahomes. And that's a veteran quarterback doing what veterans do. Don't take the extra hit. Got the first down, get down. The drive continues. Off the play fake. Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 20.
A gain there of 20. First down, KC.
And this is what you can do when you... have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run, and this is Cam Scatterboo. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. That's complete left side to Worthy. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Hey, 43, 43, 15, 15. Hey, color.
3rd and short. Here's Patrick. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
To the air once more. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Harris. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
It's 4th down.
We are through 1. It's the Cowboys with the early edge. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. The Chiefs have it here to start quarter number 2. The field goal unit out here for the Chiefs. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. It's the former Cal Bear, Noel Williams. And he's going to set his guys up well. Nice return. The offense is going to have it just past the 40-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest game.
Playing out, and he made the catch. What a play. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
City Chiefs.
43! 43!
First down.
Yellow!
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing is Mahomes. The throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. From the 25, here's 2nd and 1. Mahomes now to throw again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. That is first touchdown this year.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll grab it at the 12. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
In motion, Lamb. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one's complete. It's Tank Bigsby. He goes to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
It's 2nd and inches at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, Bigsby trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And did the Chiefs get it? They did.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that the defense just continues to pursue to the ball. Every defense focuses on get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible, because if the guy in front of you, he misses the tackle or he falls down, you have to be there to make up for it. And the pursuit to the ball is not only how they're able to get him down, it's ultimately how they're able to take the ball away.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run with Scatterboo. Oh, he's going nowhere. Knocked down hard in the backfield.
The tackle by DeMarvion overshot.
Mahomes now on 3rd and 2. That is caught. He gets the hookup with Rice. And he's in. Rashee Rice terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. And open down the field. That's Harris. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Big play for KC. 33 yards.
At the 32-yard line.
Hey, 43. Hey, Sunday.
Mahomes on 1st down. The outside catch made by Worthy. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. They get 12 yards on that pass. Good for a Chiefs 1st down.
And a Kansas City Chiefs 1st down.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And a good run there to get him 5 yards. Second and 5. Quickly out to Williams. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it'll It'll lead to a second down.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and now you can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Cowboys first down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw yet again. Now a screen set up for Bigsby. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. Back to the air one more time. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the two straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. That's caught, and it's Cam Scatterboo. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. That'll be a gain of 20, much of it coming after the catch as they pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
At the 43-yard line.
They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll go with the option here to the short side. And he pitches it.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and
that is caught for a throw. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The kick is good. Makes the score Chiefs 24, Cowboys 17.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Off-balance throw, incomplete. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Now a signal, timeout called, 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. These two in rhythm. 12 more yards and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Here's a handoff to Bigsby. There he goes. Inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Hank Bigsby. Touchdown, Cowboys. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, 57, 57.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's his second touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And the Cowboys first down.
He'll look to throw. Right back to Williams. They connect again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 50-yard line.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. A gain of 5. First down, Dallas.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. He'll drop to throw. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he will score! Touchdown, Dallas. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Harrison Butler set to kick off.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, bump him down 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Scatterbury. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Off the play fake. Mahomes. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Going to be taken in by Scatterbury. He's going to have the first down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's Scatterbury. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. DeMarvion Overshown there on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
35. Here's 2nd and 8. Now, this looks like a design run. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Scalaboo. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
So it's a pretty manageable 3rd down, so they really have the option to run or pass. So they decide to keep the ball on the ground, which I don't mind as long as you've made the decision already that you're willing to use 4th down to pick up the rest of the yards. If not, I think that's a big mistake.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a 1st down. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The relationship between the pass rush and the pass coverage is critical. The better you rush the passer, the more pressure you can take off your coverage, and that's a great example why.
Ball goes in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin then. They go play action with Mahomes. Here down the field will fall incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it, Mike. I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
On second down, Mahomes. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Mahomes going to throw here on third down. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete. And now brings up fourth down.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
It's a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and a yard. Now it's Bigsby. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that wall. First down, Cowboys.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
They'll come up here, first and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 65, 65, hand to the left, hand to the left.
Back to throw. Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And Butker on for the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Play fake. Now it's Mahomes. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up second and 5. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
2. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Scatterboo. A gain there of 15. And the Chiefs have a first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
Yellow, yellow.
Right back to Scatterboo on first down. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
Second and 10.
Yellow. 43.
They'll go again with Scatterboo. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
At the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Mahomes from out of the pistol. He'll throw. Toss left side. Caught by his running back. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Attack! Yellow! Hey, sundown! I'm going! Yellow! Yellow!
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Gain of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On the ground, it's Scatterboo. And he will score! Game on! And Scatterboo! Touchdown, KC! His second rushing touchdown of the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll check this down to the running back. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
You feel alive like you can have it now. You probably feel paralyzed if you can have it. You still feel paralyzed about central. Friends just having kids.
It is 2nd and 9.
Come on. Hit. Hawk 70.
Here's a designed run. He is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Ready up.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now KC going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one. They'll run the toss with Bigsby. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a 1st down.
A gain of 14. And the Cowboy 1st down.
Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So it's a win here for the visiting Cowboys. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.